Okay, Empire on Saturday. I didn't have it on Thursday, and I decided, what the heck, I'll do this, and then I'm going to be going downtown. Downtown, things will be better for you. It's Pride weekend, so usually a lot of fun. You get to meet up with people that I haven't seen in a long time. So let's do it here. I'm gonna move that back just a little bit so I can see the whole works of the thing. Maybe a little further back. It's a huge painting, 5 feet by 6 feet. Whoa! See? Okay, let's get going. Why is it dry already? Okay, I gotta squirt some new paint out here. Hold on. A little bit of yellow, a little bit of cadmium red. Let me get the other lights on here too. Hey, Anthony, how you doing? Downtown. Okay, let's work on this guy here. Okay. I think I change that up a little bit. Got our luxury flying vehicle here. Downtown. Dum, dum. Hope you're doing well, Anthony. Bum, bum, dum. It's kind of nice that the last time we were on, we virtually had all the old group on, so made the transition. So, like I said, patience, patience, patience. Do a little more. Ah, yeah, we kind of got filtered sunlight today. So, but next week we're supposed to finally start getting into a little bit of warmer weather. Yeah, so hopefully we get there. Might be just one of those summers. We've had those before. Downtown. Yeah. It rained quite a bit yesterday. Yeah, it was so fun hooking up with my uh, high school friend. It just blows your mind when you talk about how much time, and I had to think of all the things that she didn't know anything about me, and it was amazing. Yeah, was. I was getting a little worried there, but we got it. We'll let that dry a little bit. Gonna get these Our luxury vehicle here. Doing a bunch of work on our yard behind me. You might hear the chainsaws going, so I'm not exactly sure what they're all planning to do. As long as none of those trees fall on us, that'd be fine with me. Yeah, we heading out of here after this. I think I'll let that dry a little bit. Yeah, you could actually, I don't know if you could hear that. You could hear this chainsaws in the background. I've always wondered what would be the biggest shock to us if we suddenly were transported in time to like the 19th century. And I'm wondering if it would just be the sheer absolute quietness of everything, because you wouldn't have all these lawnmowers and all this stuff going. So I've always wondered, we'd be just like, holy cow, it's quiet. I don't know. I don't know. We got our empire capital here. Got everything dried up. Ugh. All right. Hey, Billy. How's it going? Of course, probably one of our first things if we were to travel to the 19th century is that, oh, wait, they don't have electricity yet. Oh, my goodness. I don't think people realize just how nice having electricity is. I can remember being in Seattle when we had a big storm and the power was knocked out for a few days. And I'll tell you what, you appreciate electricity real fast when you go through that. Cold showers. Had to have I was lucky at my apartment there actually had a gas fireplace. So I was able, not a gas fire, but a wooden fireplace. And I was able to keep the place warm. A lot of people didn't even have that. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have that song going through my head now. Oh, nice. I sent mine. My dad lives quite a ways from me, so I sent it to him. I'll have to call him tomorrow. Things will be better for you. Mine's getting quite elderly. 87. I don't think he ever imagined he was going to live that long. Get some green here. Green, some green. That's blue. Actually, need a little more of that. Some green. Van Dyke brown. There it is. Got my Spartica shirt on. Whoa! I was looking up the history of Father's Day, and it was invented by this woman in Spokane, Washington. I do know, like, Valentine's was invented by actually Hallmark. It's a way to sell more cards. That's getting dry now. Rinse, 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 rinse. Do some work on these windows. There we go. Downtown. Oh dear. Ah. Yeah. Got our luxury vehicle going on here. Boom, ba-doon. I think I forgot to remind Diane. Oh, well. Like I said, don't ever take it personally if I forget to remind you. It's just, I should have it set up where it's all one group. Well, how many times have I said that now? Okay. I won't be on tomorrow. Tomorrow's a busy day, so I won't be on tomorrow. I have a lot of things I'm doing. It was so fun meeting up with my friend from high school. She was in my art class and art club. guy, 41 years ago. I mean, my gosh. I'll tell you one thing, Billy. I got news for you. Time roars by. Whatever you want to do, do it. Do it while you can. It's always my word of advice to younger people. You'd be surprised just how fast that time goes zipping by. Oh, wait, I forget what billionaire it was, but he made the comment. He said, "What is your most priceless, you know, oh God, asset?" He said, "What's your most private? God, let me start again. What is your most valuable asset?" And he said, "Time." He said, "It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter." He says, "It goes away." Oh no. She's more like a bookkeeper. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, as you know, it's kind of hard to make a living in art. Yeah. So she's a bookkeeper, and she's working for this clothing company in Portland now. Yeah, that was what was she moved to Portland. So yeah. Go. We're gonna get that vehicle set up. Yeah, so funny. We both were talking about it, and just like it, yeah, how time goes by. We were both had the same conversation on that. It was just, it is. It's absolutely amazing that you can how fast it goes, and that's why I do. I always tell people get on with it. Be surprised. Dun, 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 dun. Sure, that's not somebody trying to call. Good, good. Okay. Yeah, it's really hard to make it in the art world. I know that. Yeah, it's a hard. It's really hard to. Like I said, always. That's why I emphasize on art. If you're not having fun, stop, because that's what you need to focus in on. Are you having fun? And I think a lot of people forget that part of it. Got a little fancy flying vehicle down here that's going into the garage. Big vehicles too. It's like a big limos, big Cadillacs. Oh, probably not. Yeah. That's still wet. Let that dry. Okay. Start working on some of these buildings back here. God, everyone's dry. Go. Going downtown here a little bit. They got a lot of stuff going on downtown, so kind of want to part. It's nice seeing the city starting to finally come back after its 2 or 3 years of decline, and things are starting to happen here in Portland, and I'm just like going, yay, finally. You're seeing it getting cleaned up. You're seeing people back downtown, and it's just really, really nice seeing that. Been such a shame if everything just went to pot completely. And things are coming back. I said, keep the optimism, people. Don't, the more negative things you say about things, guess what? It makes it even harder for it to come back. And that was been my thing. So now I'm just delighted to see people downtown. Because Portland is actually a very festive city. The downtown tends to be very bustling, and it's just nice seeing it finally coming back. You're starting to see people downtown, people in the shops, people at the restaurants, and it's just really nice to see that. Really is. I I wholeheartedly support all the businesses and everything, and that's why, like, when I do some of my paintings of downtown, it's positive. It's not negative. You're not seeing all the badness. I'm trying to create that feeling of festive, positiveness, and I think that's the great thing with art. You can do that, you know, so everything just gloom and doom. It's like that's why like I said, I don't talk politics or anything on my paintings or my page because of that. That's why it was just a shocker when I got banned. I couldn't believe it. So I want to hear more positive people. Good grief. But yeah. All right, back to it again. But it's really nice seeing it coming back to life. It's like, yay! There's some people that actually left. They say, oh, I'll never come back. And they say, oh, you're too soon. You're too soon. Oh, I know. Back to the car again. Well, I tell you, during the whole shutdown and everything, that's one thing I tried to do is I was trying to put the paintings out, and uh, tell you what, I'm glad I did. I'm glad. Remember that the huge Count Vespasian I brought out? That painting had actually sat in my closet for a good 2 years, and I pulled it out, and it was fun. Okay, we started having our special Thursdays. You know, that's why I tried to continue on with this one, was the special Thursdays. Today's Saturday, I know, but I couldn't do it Thursday because I was meeting up with my friend, which was wonderful, and yeah. So I just mad. I can't believe you can't believe how much has changed in my life in 41 years. You know, it just like wow. You know, I had to remind myself she was even before I went off to college. I went off to college at a place called Western Washington University, which is in Bellingham, Washington, which is right on the Canadian border of Washington State. Beautiful area, absolutely beautiful area. Big mountains and all that stuff, forested area along the sound there and stuff like that. And that was a wonderful time of my life. Then I went off to the military. You know, it's just like her and I had to catch up on all the things that happened to us in those times. It was just fun. Mr. Nas, who was our art teacher, he was awesome. You know, fun times, good memories with Mr. Nas. That was for sure. Great memories. That'd be fun. That'd be fun to have that type of memories of yourself. You know, where people say, "Oh, God, I just loved the art classes with Mr. Nas." You know, and they were awesome. That guy could really paint. I'll tell you, he was excellent at his. He was famous for his. Downtown, but nah, he'll always have a special spot in my heart, Mr. Nas. Gosh, I tell you. I know I go back and forth to the car, to the buildings, to the car, to the buildings. We're gonna put some reflections in those windows too. They're not just gonna be blue. Yeah, Mr. Nas was quite a character. When he passed away, I read his obituary. I had no idea he had been a fighter pilot in the Korean War. No idea. Did not know that. He flew, I forget what the name of those planes were. And I was like, wow, I did not know that about him. You know, he was definitely he was a well-known artist in Yakima. Yakima is actually located in central to eastern Washington. And Desert is a agricultural town. But yeah, he was awesome. Nothing but good memories of Mr. Nas. And I always say, if you could have a positive impact like that on people, that's fantastic. You know, you don't want to be one of those guys. Oh, good God, thank God he's dead finally. You know, you don't want to be one of those. And I know those people. You know, you're like, oh, good riddance. They're nothing but greedy little things that backstab you any chance they can get. You know, you just don't want you don't want to be remembered like that. Yeah. Okay. Start. It looks like cross sabers on this building. I'm not going to keep that. I've been meaning to get rid of it a long time ago. But we're going to have a pattern on these domes. These are all going to be kind of cool domes. But the sun's coming this direction, so. Susan. Special Empire Saturday. Whoa! I couldn't help myself, sorry. Okay. So we're going to do some work here. Perfect. That's what I was looking for. Have all my little. It's amazing the little stencils you can get. Just get a cheap washer from some hardware store. It works. There. I have to reach over here. But that was so fun. I mean, I had not seen Anita for 41 years. A lot has changed. You realize you think about 41 years. And when her and I went off to wherever we were going, I went off to college, and you think about that. The internet wasn't around. You just had your first computers, like personal computers. They were the first ones that were, and I remember my roommate, he had a Commodore 64, and I was like, ooh, and my grades dramatically improved as soon as I was able to use that thing, because my grammar is I've always struggled with my grammar. And part of it was just having, part of the schooling I had wasn't the greatest on when it came to that. And that Commodore 64, just being able to sit there and actually out loud talk to myself before I went to print, it was awesome. It was just awesome. And dot matrix printers, that was what was available at the time. And it was amazing. I'll tell you what, the old days of having to type, holy crapolas, I'll tell you that one right now. Oh, yeah, some of the younger people have no idea how good they've got it. The fact that they have Word where you could just type it out on a screen. Oh, God, you'd sit there and make them a typo. And we thought it was so cool that you had this whiteout thing that, you could click on there to correct it and type over it again. Oh, God, things look like crap. I'm telling you, I do not miss typewriters. That is the one thing I didn't mind seeing going. A word processor is a vast improvement. I tell you that one right now. Oh, yeah, I was just thinking about that. Yeah. And I think of that. All that occurred while her and I were, off doing our things. 41 years. Oh, horrible, weren't they? Oh, I think it aged 10 years every time I had to type something out. Oh, my gads. Good grief. Those were horrible days. Oh, gosh. As I pass in front of you here. Oh, gosh, it was terrible. We have filtered sunlight today, so I'll go downtown today and probably won't get soaked, so that's good. I took yesterday off, and I'm lucky. I get Juneteenth off, so which is a good thing. I think it's really sad, though, is that up until almost 10 years ago, I didn't have a clue what Juneteenth meant. It was not taught in the schools. It was not, And and to me, it's ridiculous that I did not know such an important event, and I never put two and two together, and not until probably 10, maybe even a little more than that ago. But it's just like, God, there's a little gaps in our teaching of history in this country, and that's the closest to politics I'll get. Oh. Domes here. Gonna start adding detail to the city in the background. I'm old enough that I didn't get into the video games. We had some arcades at the college, and I played some of those games, but I never got into the video games like some of my friends have. But part of it's just my age too, Yeah. And people are surprised by that because I do the science fiction, and they think, "Oh my God, you probably really got into it." I said, "Not really, no." Yeah. But I've noticed a lot of people they kind of just copy, and I say one thing I try to keep is my science fiction is out of my own head. I can see it now. I'll take a picture of this and post it. And he didn't do anything again. I did. It's all in the little details here. Got these domes and major capital, obviously. I've been to London one time, and you could tell it was considered like the capital of the world at one time. You could just the way it is, Mm-hmm. I want a lot of detail in the domes. So we will be doing that. Coming out with a little bit of green, a little bit of white. A little more white. Kind of coming around like so. Talk to myself, full conversation, don't worry about it. Coming in with a Prussian blue because they're Prussian and they're blue. Yep. But yeah, it's just amazing how much has changed, since those 41 years. It really is amazing. You think about, I was in the military, and I left the military right before the wall came down with the Soviets, and a lot of younger people don't even know who the Soviets were. Oh, thank you, Anthony. Yeah. Yeah, I took that picture, a photograph, and so I always wanted to do something with it, and I just hadn't. But I think I'm going to be doing a few more Portland bridges again because kind of just need to keep that up, and that's very popular here, obviously, and so I want to kind of keep that going, and I enjoy doing that. There's nothing wrong, you know. So that's the thing. I have by Patrick. Oh, good God, Patrick Smith. I know so many Patricks; it's ridiculous. But I have one that I want to do that he took, and I've used some of his photographs before, like the theaters and stuff. And he has one of the Telecom Bridge, which is our newest bridge here in Portland. It's actually for the mass transit and bikes, and there's no cars go over it. And he has one picture of it. It really lit up cool. They have cool lighting for it. I didn't know. I think it was a couple of the bridges. If actually you request a color scheme, they will actually accommodate you. You just send them a say, I'd like to see the bridge lit up green. Let's say if it's St. Patrick's Day, and they'll do that for you. I thought that was kind of cool. What I should do is have like a little test. Do you see the difference in the paintings? Point out the difference from the last time you saw the painting. Oh, come on. Yep, bring it out there. Oh, good grief. Okay. Let's see if I, good, right on top. Holy crap. Get a lotto ticket. And they're doing work on one of our major bridges, goes across, and they're going to replace another bridge. Take care, Susan. Thank you for joining us. Voila! We'll take our light rail into downtown. I'm really fortunate. It's walking distance from me. Our light rail. It's a really nice system. And it cost me a whopping $2.50 to go downtown. Where if I was to take a Lyft or a cab or something like that, it's going to be almost $30 to $40. I'll take the $2.50. Thank you very much. Yeah. And it's really on time, really good system. I have a little app that right to the minute when it's showing up at the station. I love that. But I know Merrick's already downtown. He told me he was going to be downtown. I talked to Merrick last night. So, yeah. I think I forgot to remind Diane, but that's all right, you know. You can always lie to say that she's still in jail somewhere, you know. Too much Gorilla Glue, you know. Nice Saturday here. Always enjoy your weekends if you can do it. If that's when you have your days off, I tell you. Coming in with Prussian blue now. Blue dome here. There we go. I liked color in this empire, so we're going to have a lot of color here. Wow, I can't believe how fast that time's going by, but we'll be good. Coming in with sap green here. White. And unpronounceable blue. That needs to be smoothed out. Just do with the finger. But yeah, you just think about 41 years in this time. My goodness. But I think about my parents, all the things that changed too. You know, they went from propeller planes to jet engines. You know, all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, I know. I actually read someplace that some Rembrandt paintings are still drying. Gosh. You know, that's incredible. I'm a very strong proponent of acrylic. I don't shy away from it. When somebody tells me, "Oh, that's not oil," I said, "Yeah, it's acrylic. I love it." You know, I don't ever shy away from that. Well, unabashed supporter of acrylic. You know, I have no doubt in my mind if Rembrandt was still around today, you know, he would be using. Uh, he definitely would be using acrylic. I mean, there's nothing against oil, and I hope nobody, somebody who uses oil, that's fine. Don't worry. If you like using oil, that's fine. But don't badmouth acrylic. You know, and that's my whole thing. Is that I just get amazed at sometimes you get this snobbery, and it's like going no, you know. In fact, a lot of people are surprised my paintings are actually acrylic. They didn't expect that you could get that type of vibrance of color from acrylic, and I say, yeah, you can. It's amazing. You know, it's about layering and just knowing what you're doing. You know, to a certain extent. I think it's a wonderful medium, personally, and they've improved it dramatically since I've been doing this. Oh, I know. And did you notice that it would take certain colors to dry a lot longer. You know, I don't know what it was. It was so weird. Uh, okay, we're gonna do the same thing here. See if I got another stencil I could use. Yeah, actually, that's probably gonna work. Talking to myself, full conversation. Don't worry about it. Go. Say, wow, God, starting to make the buildings more fancier. Start building these domes up the background here and start getting these buildings put in place. We're getting there. I mean, I know sometimes you probably wonder if it'll ever be done, but at least it's no big deal if it takes another several months. You know, this is kind of like our fun time. You know, just play around with the empire here. You know, the Livian era. I think it's funny that Livia is the most popular girl's name in the United States right now. I remember my niece's, her name's Olivia. And that was kind of out there at the time when she was named that, but now it's a lot of the girls are named. And Ian is or Liam is the big one for the boys right now. When I was born, it was Mike. That was a big one. Okay. Wow. I can't believe how fast that hour's gone by. Let me just do a little more things here and so I could say, he did something. We don't know what it was, but at least he did something. All right. All right, people. Not quite there. We got a little time here. Yeah, put that to use. It's so weird to look at the screen on my computer and it's backwards, you know. I remember when I first started doing this, oh my gosh, I got something, a problem here, but I realized, no, that's just how they do it. And it's just like, it was interesting. Yeah, well, when I end up doing shows, I don't have time. Frankly, I don't have time to sit there and wait for the acrylics to sell. And so, yeah, you have to learn. Yeah, and it definitely is a technique. There's no question about that you have to teach yourself too. All right. And on that note, I'm going to do a lot more detail to that. That's for sure. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Got another empire. Empire. Now, the Living Empire. That's a big massive palace here. We've got some done on the cars. We're gonna work more on these things. I think next time we're together on this particular painting, we're gonna do a lot more reflections on these vehicles, and so we're gonna see that. And we're starting to get more pizzazz to the domes in the background. And we're getting there slowly but surely. It's a huge painting, as you know. It changed completely. I probably should actually get rid of the old painting, the old versions of the painting. So people are going, you completely changed the painting. There's nothing wrong with that. It's your painting. That's what I always say. If you're having fun, good. That's the whole thing. You take care. Thank you so much for joining me. I will not be on tomorrow for sure, but I'll be back on Monday. All right. And take care. Seriously. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. Oh, thank you to those healthcare workers and all those people keeping the economy going. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.